Hi, hi, Gene.
I can hear Steve. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. I can't hear Gus.
Not yet. He's not. He's not. He's not audible. He had some issues logging in, and it shut everybody out. We'll blame him. Entirely his fault.
What's that?
It's all my
Oh, now I can hear Gus.
all my
It's all his fault. He had trouble logging in,
the old tap.
and it corrupted the system.
Digital corrupts absolutely. Oh my God. I'm glad I'm patient. I'm just hanging out.
Yes. Well, there you go. I mean,
I tell you, you guys.
Like I would see that being like that is really weird that just happened actually.
Recording.
Yeah, that like if you like track that with another like a more lower like timbre, like it's just the background on that is so expansive that I really like it, you know. But I hear what you're saying about the it's kind of chimey, brassy a little bit, bright.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the Taylory kind of sound. I think if you had the bottomiest, beefiest 12 strings I've ever played are all guilds.
They're
That's
yeah.
That's what John
they're
Denver
probably
that's what John Denver used to play in a big
For sure,
maple.
but like
Yeah.
this one that Steve's playing, I like perfect for what it does because it can
Yeah,
create
yeah.
that like shiny, like sparkly background behind that, which is really nice with your voice, Steve.
Yeah, lay an acoustic bass in there and fill it out.
get
Great.
Peter, Paul, and Mary to do some vocals.
Yeah. Or like a cello behind it.
A lot of good possibilities. I just need somebody to fill in a bottom end a little bit. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you like the songs. I've been playing quite often over at the Jacksonville Farmers Market, and then for our own open mics, it feels like to me I'm playing a lot, and I haven't really composed anything new. So I'm going back into my old archives and picking songs that really I never performed much and trying to rework them a little bit. So maybe I can use them.
Nice.
Well, that's cool. I think that's, you know, to me, that's always an interesting process. So you just like take the bones of a song and make it into something else. It's also like super interesting and cool to do that, I think.
Well, I guess when I sit down and write a song initially, you know, what comes out is the way I think it's going to be forever. And then maybe a couple of years down the road, I might pick it out again and different tempo or a different key or something, and it changes everything.
Yeah. Well, like I just went to go. I saw Bob Dylan when he was in Bend, and
How was it?
it was the greatest fucking thing ever in the world. Like I just was like, okay, I'm gonna go see it, and I'm gonna just spend the money. I was like 20 feet away from him. I had like eye contact with Bob Dylan, and like,
Nice. This is right now. This is this year.
yeah,
Oh, so you saw the Rough and Rowdy Ways tour with the upright
Just now.
piano and the acoustic.
like a
Oh,
month-
yeah.
a month ago.
Everybody's raving about this tour.
Dude, I mean, seriously, I could have like thrown popcorn and hit him in the face.
Hope you
But
didn't.
it was amazing.
hope not.
It was amazing. But the reference to Steve's song is that he played a few old songs. It's most rough and ready, but he played some old ones like When I Paint My Masterpiece,
Yeah.
and he had just like taken them apart and put them back together.
Yep. That's his
And-
thing, man. He never ever plays the same song twice.
But it was great, and I
The same way.
find like, you know, it's interesting what you did, Steve, with that song, because I was like, it took me halfway through the song to be like, oh, it's like one that you've played before. I just think that's like really interesting. It's like a way for that song to still be alive and not be like an artifact, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Yeah.
I've had a similar experience recently on my virtual open mic, the one I do on Sunday nights. I invite people to post, you know, just new videos of stuff they're working on and stuff. It's just a video posting kind of open mic, not a live one. And my old musical partner, Vic, who I did 10 years of music with back in Seattle from around, pretty much the whole decade of the late 80s to late 90s. And so I always do a theme, and some of these themes just naturally, when I look through my lyrics, were songs that I played with him back in the 80s or the early 90s were the songs that I would fit the theme. So I started dusting off these decades old songs and just doing, you know, my way of playing now versus trying to imitate the way it was then. And yeah, it unearths different qualities for sure. I've been enjoying that, playing songs I literally haven't played in 30 years. So cool.
I hate those statements like, "Oh, it's been 30 years since I did that." Or 50 years since I did that.
Oh man, how the hell did that happen? All right, is it my turn?
It's your turn.
All right, mute up, you maniacs. I got, like I said, I'm getting ready to record. I got 24 songs to do, and all but 4 of them I played here first, and that's when I first had them in shape. I played them for you guys, and then I keep that video, and then when it's time to record, which it has been the last month, I relearned the songs from the video because there's no reason for me to keep 24 songs current when I'm not playing out at all. So once it's in shape, I go, okay, let's move on. And so I've been going back and rewatching all these SOSA videos that are my parts of them to relearn the songs, which is kind of cool. Except for the 2 I'm going to play you tonight. I'm making the video now, but it's too late to learn them from myself. I'm probably going to record them within a week. So here we go. This one is called We're Done. Wave your hands and flap around like that if my sound is awful and needs adjusting. Whatever we were doing, whatever we were saying, we're done. Whatever we were proving, whatever we were playing, we're done. You were there, I was there, maybe we had a little fun. But whatever we were doing, whatever we were saying, we're done. As it was and it real as it is, we're done. I feel it because and in spite of the bliss, we're done. You were there, I was there, maybe we danced around the sun. As real as it was and as real as it is, we're done. Once upon a time, we were close to one. Whatever we thought and whatever we meant, we're done. Whatever we bought and whatever we spent, we're done. You were there, I was there, maybe we tripped into a run. But whatever we thought and whatever we meant, we're done. Whatever was missed and whatever we got, we're done. Whatever was kissed and whatever was not, we're done. You were there, I was there, maybe we got a little spun. Whatever we missed and whatever we got, we're done.
That was kind of final.
Yeah. Did it sound okay?
Yeah, it sounded great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a new computer, yay, which has been performing like a champ.
Nice. Yeah, no, it was right on. It sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded fine. You did.
Cool. Okay, here's a little slightly bluesy number.
Bluesy.
I can party solo for a month or two, but past that, oh, I come unglued. There's only so much a nut like me can do. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. You lift me up, you bring me down, but I never do not want you around. If I could fly, I would fly straight to the moon. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. From the top of the roof to the basement floor, you know these walls, you know these doors. If I didn't have to, I might never leave my room. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. Turn my back and act all tough, you call my name, you call my bluff. I'm in pieces and your love is the glue. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. So stay with me till the end of time, or at least until the sea runs dry. Just live forever, that's all you gotta do. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. I can party solo for a month or two, but past that, oh, I come unglued. There's only so much a nut like me can do. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. I'd be in trouble on every level without you. True story.
That's good. I like that.
Both good songs. Both very good songs.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. I so appreciate the ear and the just incentive to keep things coming and moving and having a place to share them and stuff. I really love these virtual open mics, especially the live one tends to be, you know, I can't help but perform a little bit if I'm in front of people, but just for songwriting, workshopping, sharing stuff, and just kind of documenting tunes as I go. This is just a great great little forum. I wish more of our members took advantage of this. We
I know,
really,
for sure.
we should have 12 people here every week, and we just do one song a piece because everybody wants to play. I mean, it's just but I think people are too hooked on performance opportunities. It's like, will I get some, is it a performance get for me? And it's not. It's just a chance to share tunes, but that's really valuable. The performing is one kind of reward for this, but it's by far not the only one. So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Well, I think both are nice. I like them both for their thing, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna mute up and reconfigure. Thanks, guys.
All right, Diana,
It sounded great, Gene.
you have to unmute there.
Okay, I'm
All right.
unmuted.
You're unmuted.
I don't know if it's gonna be better, I hope, because I got a new webcam
Oh,
and it has its own microphone. I tried to use a separate microphone and got a buzz. So are you hearing me okay with just the,
that sounds good.
the webcam? Okay.
It's wonderful.
Can
Thank
you
you.
play guitar and sing at the same time just for a sec?
Yeah, okay.
Rub your head on your stomach.
Oh, here I am. Can you hear me?
That sounds fine.
Yep,
That
sounds
works.
good.
That works. Yeah.
All right. Well, and the camera's like across the table from me, so so I pulled out a couple of oldies. My husband and I just celebrated 39 years married. On the
39.
39. And actually been together for 47.
Congrats.
Oh yeah, it's
That's awesome.
heading into 50. We always celebrate Valentine's Day because we met on a blind date on Valentine's Day. So that's going to be a good one when it hits 50. But anyway, this is Don't Sweat the Small Stuff that I wrote way back when. And it's kind of how we have lasted so long because we don't sweat the small stuff. Okay? Do you squeeze the toothpaste in the middle or neatly at the end? Well, that don't really matter if you're there through thick and thin. Do you throw your wet towel on the floor or hang it on the rack? Well, that don't really matter when you're scratching my back. As long as you support me in my goals and dreams, those annoying little habits are small in the scheme of things. And even when times get rough, we don't sweat the small stuff. Are you always on time for a date? Or are you likely to be late? Well, that don't really matter. It's futile to debate. Do you like to rush out and slam the door or close it soft behind you? Well, that don't really matter, even if I have to remind you. As long as we have some time together to share our hopes and dreams, those annoying little habits are small in the scheme of things. And even when times get rough, we don't sweat the small stuff. Do you drink your milk right from the jug, or would you rather have a sweat the small stuff.
I love it. That was great.
You know,
Diana.
Dolly Parton has a song about don't sweat the small stuff, but
You know, you got to do your own spin. I love it. I love how kitchen sinky the verses are. They just like they really nail like the actual. I'm really surprised you didn't have a thermostat.
right, thermostat.
Fighting over the thermostat is a huge issue for some people, and I'm like, it's the thermostat.
Well, and somebody told me I shouldn't start out with like squeezing the toothpaste, but
Oh no, I like that.
Toothpaste.
That's an
I
issue
like the
for
toothpaste.
me.
That brings it right home. Or it could be the toilet paper, which way the toilet paper goes. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Well,
Well,
I think also, Diana, if you start out by saying, I've been in a relationship for 39 years, then everyone should just listen after that because.
Hear me, you fools. I've been doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real good. You got a good sound.
Thank you. Okay, so this other one I haven't done for a while, but see if I can remember how it goes. It's something that is an art that people have lost, is tact. Tact is a keen sense of the right thing to say or do in dealing with people or situations.
Hell no, you're wrong.
So anyway, this is try some tact. And I'm sure this one came out of having a friend who talks so much and so fast you can't get in a word in edgewise. I'm sure you all have people like that. And I love her dearly, but sometimes I've got to go, wait, stop. So let's see. There comes a time in everyone's experience, your heart's getting broken and it just makes you curious why it took so long to realize that something went wrong. As time goes by, you try to analyze it, you want to make sense of all the reasons why it didn't work out, no matter how hard you try. But you know if you stay, it's gonna make you crazy. If you don't get away, then you think that you may be going out on a limb where there's no turning back. So you might want to leave it with a little tact. There comes a time you almost feel delirious. You hear something spoken and it just makes you furious. But you bite your tongue and hold back on another wisecrack. But as the day goes by, it builds up inside you. You want to talk back, and you feel that you've got to get to the bottom line and speak your mind. And you know if you don't, it's gonna make you crazy. If you don't say it right, then you think that you may be going out on a limb from which there's no turning back. So you might want to say it with some tact. I'm missing the second page. Well, that's it. You get the first two verses. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm bummed. I was really with you there.
Really?
That's where you just go to a big lead part. And come around.
Then do the first verse again.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
Then claim the second verse as a chorus.
Right.
Do that again. Oh, that was great. I've never heard a song with that word in it, and there was a lot of great double near rhymes in there. I really like double near rhymes.
Double near? Is that?
Well, it's not. It's a near rhyme. It's not a perfect rhyme, but it's double in the sense that it's more than one syllable. So like you've got experience and curious, and you've got
furious and delirious.
Yeah, delirious, fury. Yeah. Like more than just one syllable, not more than just the end syllable. The phrase rhymes, but when they're exact, it's often because the songwriter shoehorns the exact rhyme in there, but it doesn't really fit it doesn't really advance the meaning of the song or tell it and give you any new information, or it's just there for the rhyme only. And so if you allow yourself to have near rhymes there, you have a wider palette to say something rather than just the exact rhyme. Like if for instance, if you wanted to rhyme send it with regret it, like if regret it didn't have to be an exact rhyme, because you got regret it, get it, bet it, and then you start to run out and set it. It's like
something that's similar.
Yeah, but you don't want the rhyme to write the song. I mean, you want to say something, and if what you want to say is off the rhyme a little bit, I kind of like it. I used to in the 70s when people were rhyming like exactly all the time, it was almost dissonant to hear someone do that. But now that people have branched out and explored all that territory of near rhyming and stuff, I love it. It creates a subtler feeling in me than just getting the nail on the head like Beatles rhymes, So good work.
Well, I found the last verse.
Oh, good. Are you gonna play it?
If you want to hear the last verse, this is the one about somebody who talks too much.
Yeah, bring it.
Oh, yeah.
Bring it. All right, edit that.
Okay. There comes a time you're at the end of your patience when someone keeps talking and they just never listen. You try to react, but you can't, 'cause they yakety yak. Well, God gave you one mouth and 2 ears to listen. And let's see, when your mouth isn't flapping, then your ears should be hearing. So you might try to listen twice as much as you talk. And if you don't, you're gonna make someone crazy. If you don't learn to listen, then I think that you may be going out on a limb from which there's no turning back. So you might want to say it with some tact.
Nice. Diana, I like that. I think it's kind of like a rocker, It is.
I should rock it up a little bit more.
Well,
got a lot of words.
No, but it's good. I'm like, I hear that, I can hear that. Like not rock like Metallica or something, but like Stray Cats or that kind of like like Eddie Cochran. Actually, that's exactly what I'd say. If I had to be one person, I'd say like an Eddie Cochran song. That kind
of rock and roll, yeah.
It depends. It just depends on where you put those beats. Because if you want the old timey feeling, it's ba da ba da ba da ba da ba da. But if you want to rock it, if it's ba da 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 da, you just hit the beat a little bit, and then and you won't have to speed. I know what it's like to try to speed up a song with a lot of lyrics. It just doesn't work. So you don't have to speed it up. Keep the tempo manageable. But yeah, that would be an interesting angle on it for sure. I agree.
Well, like if you think like those, they're like. Well, I was walking up the street on the other day and went 49 steps in about a dee da da dude, like those.
Yeah.
Like, and then it has like the chorus is like super ripe for harmonies where you're like, ah da da dee doo da, and it. It's awesome. I love that song. It's really good.
Thank you. I'm gonna pull it out and do it more because I think that's, like I said, it's a lost art. People just have like no filter anymore, no tact.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that song, especially people of a certain age.
People of a certain age.
Or anyone that works with other human beings in a place.
In the service industry,
Work exactly. Yeah, actual humans, exactly.
I work with robots. They're easy.
Yeah, robots.
For real.
You don't need tact with a robot.
No, they like you to be very explicit.
Yeah.
Give it to me straight,
Yeah. Oh man, that just gave me a great idea for a comedy bit. Robot girlfriend. Robot girlfriend tells it like it is. You are inadequate. Are you?
Yeah.
Are you finished? Okay, so
that movie exists, Gene, already.
What's it called?
Her.
Oh, that's a great. Oh, yeah, that's a great movie. That's a great movie. But that's an. I'm joking robot. I don't mean like an intelligent AI robot that acts like a person and has a voice like Scarlett Johansson.
Well, of course, it would be totally different.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Douglas.
What's up, Doug? Bring it.
All right. All right. There's the reverb. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this one. I played before electric, but I just was like liking it acoustic. It's pretty new, but the thing I like on the acoustic is just like
They can take a boy away from the sticks, but they can't take his echo away.
you from my dead hands, Gus. It'll never happen. All right. But yeah, I just like the fluid time thing with the acoustic. It's cool. Okay. Anyway, goes like this. I woke up, everything was gone. That's alright. I know attachment is the root of all suffering. Resistance is futile, but don't it feel good sometimes? And I know this is an illusion. Nothing is permanent. The only constant is change. I heard a wise man say, but still sometimes I wish things stay the same, but never do. And I also know that true ecstasy roots in the sublime. Sometimes I wanna lie down in the dirt. It feels like home to me. It's easy to be myself, but what is difficult is dealing with the consequences as my world bleeds into yours and yours into mine. But I love you like a brother. Yeah, I know brothers always fight. What I don't know is where this all ends, or how I got here, how it all began. What I do know is right next to nothing, and that's alright.
Yeah.
That was philosophical as hell there.
You're muted, Steve. Yeah, I really like the line, resistance is futile, but doesn't it feel good sometimes? That's really a great Tai Chi kind of statement, a reconciliation, because it's like, on the one hand, you know it's futile, but if that makes you not ever act, then you have a deficit. But if you act knowing that everything you do is really going to matter and is always going to make everything better, then that's a similar delusion. But if you can balance the two, so you do what feels right, even if you know ultimately that you don't know anything. So
Yeah. Well,
nice.
because I think, even like some stuff that's like so wrong is so powerful, but like, so if you just like, to me, if I just acquiesce, I feel worse than like futilely resisting against it. You know what I mean?
Right. But also, and resistance is a process that yields other things than results against the thing you're resisting. There's other results that come from resisting. It isn't just whether you're going to win or not.
No, it's like
There's all this humanity. You'll meet people along the way. You'll make friends. You'll make there's all these other connections and life benefits and opportunities to help people that come up, even if the thing you're resisting is going to win.
Well, yeah, because like it's like being able to like make your choices of what you're going to do, not based on the outcome, but what you think is like right or feels right to you.
You ever play hacky sack? Seriously. Gravity wins every single time.
Oh yes,
you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. It's futile. Yeah. But how much connection and style and fun can you have between when you kick the ball up the air for the first time and when you lose? Because you're gonna lose. Gravity always wins. Yeah. So,
that's what Radiohead says.
All right then. I wrote a song called "Gravity's Bitch" once.
Oh, nice.
You got another one?
Yes, I do. And,
all right.
So this was like super brand new, so we'll see how it goes. I know I need to be better. Good Lord, I've tried. Still a frustrating mess. A mix of the worst and the best. I'm not the first, won't be the last to find that it's impossible to share in the delusions of this world that make it possible to float down the stream. And possibly why I constantly disappoint. And possibly why I can still feel joy. Dig down deep into any living thing. You find yourself in a swamp of chaos and paradox. Ashes and the dust. That is the dirt that made us. If you let it breathe. Cool down in the shade. I shake my head at the infinite jest. God's making bets, they call it fate. I'll take my chances on the path with the most resistance. Yeah, I'm just a fool that way, but I learned how to bend and to weave. All these threads together, some
fall apart. Some just go nowhere if you let them be. I dug down deep, found myself swamp, chaos and paradox. Swam in the ashes and in the dust, and all of the dirt that made us, if you let it breathe.
Very cool song.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How new is that?
What's that?
How new is that?
Like super new. That's the first. Yeah, like I just wrote it.
Right. Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to, like I could feel you feeling into the phrasing and the timing of making the lyric work with the ocean of sound you're making there. I see a lot of I see like potential for that to get better.
Yeah,
it has,
I don't know
like-
if you heard, I said I felt like a Pink Floyd kind of a vibe.
Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I would have never thought so, but I totally 100% think of it. That's great. Yes.
Mhm.
I like it because it's like actually a rap thing of like phrasing in that way of like how
Where you put the
there's
beats
like
and
less
the
of
pauses.
a break, but also it's like sometimes the start of a line is so fluid between the one, like it can be like all the way in front of the one, way in back of the one, and like how it flows through that. I just
Right, and every time you do it, it might be a little bit different because
is,
it's not a map,
100%.
Did you
Yeah,
ever
so-
sing? Did you ever cover the song just as an exercise? "It's All Right, Ma, I'm Only Bleeding" by Dylan.
Yeah.
Just as an exercise. I mean, he has a rhythm and he has these lyrics that are sitting there on that rhythm, but none of the verses are the same in terms of how those words fit into that melody and rhythm. You have to do it yourself every time, just like he did. So,
which is great. I love that. And
you can't have a set place to breathe or a set place to put the beats or spaces because it won't work. You have to.
No, and like it's so interesting, Gene, because like this is the thing. Like, so when I just saw him, because it was so cool. I mean, literally, it's like closer than I would have seen someone at the
Popcorn
coffee
distance.
house.
Yeah,
Popcorn
could hit him with
distance.
popcorn.
And
Yeah. It's like he was a bear at the zoo.
but, oh no, it's like he's like a little old elf now. It's like weird, but anyway, I love it because he's like gripping the top of the piano with like one hand and playing one hand on the piano, and he's so tapped into the rhythm in that way, and he's just like and he is like just it's all he's like, so it's like creating the flow in the moment with the band behind him, and he's like flowing through it in a like this is the creation of what that is gonna
Right.
is happening right there, but he fucking nails it because he's Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
It's like amazing.
I've loved the band that he's played with the last 15 years, but I've always dreamed of like that he would go on tour with a more acoustic combo, like not just the rock and roll hard blues,
No, but these guys they're like jack of all trades. They all are flipping around instruments the whole time and everything, and it's like all these different makeups.
Yeah. Did you see Shadow Kingdom or whatever it was called? Shadow Kingdom, I think it was called, the thing he released during the pandemic.
Oh yeah,
it's like a series of music videos in this little caverny club.
Yes, it was like that. And so
it's really good.
But it was super fluid, and they were all like just like joking around and having a good time. They weren't like Bob Dylan greatest hits review. They were
right.
These guys who were like tapped in 100%, like just flowing through these songs as like a framework to do whatever happened to
That's
happen
kind of
that
where
night.
that's kind of where he started with his solo fluid timing thing, and then he got into the discipline of the rhythm section for many years, and now he's seems to be combining them in a nice way. Good. I'm so glad you got to see that. So cool.
It's like jazz. It's like a jazz thing that is happening, but it's in
Within
this like
folk,
sort
yep.
of like folky burlesque thing. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just dig that. Anyway, I love the like fluidity and also the idea of like you're not like trying to replicate something, you're trying to create something every time.
Hell to the yeah.
And
I try to do that even in the simplest songs where the variations are only heard by me. But just having that spirit, even in a simple song, I'm creating this. I'm not just reproducing it.
Yeah, can you imagine like he played like When I Paint My Masterpiece, right? But it was like fresh. I mean, I didn't even recognize any of the lyrics actually, and it was totally different. He's been playing that song for like 50 years. And like at least. And so if he was just like, I'm gonna just like do, you know, when I play the thing, he would be so dead and like doing it. But he was like, it was like super alive and like brilliant. He was like basically freestyling, playing the piano while the band is playing some song that he wrote like 50 years ago.
That's my favorite artist in any medium.
Yeah. Well, because he's the best.
He's Bob.
All right.
Gus, what do you got? Bring it home.
Come on, Gus.
I got actually I got two tunes that I'm not gonna do because they're just not ready. So it's like I worked and they're just not ready. So
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I know. So so I'm gonna play something old that I ran across again. I wrote about in 2008. This is called "It Was Written All Over Your Voice." It's one thing to lose in football or business. It's easy to take that kind of hurt. You get off the ground, hitch up your britches, and brush off all that dirt. But when you hear the first words from the lips of your heart, only joy. You'll know it when they just say hello. It will be written all over their voice. You didn't have to say, I'm so sorry. You didn't have to say, I still care. You didn't have to tell me that I was just your second choice. It was written all over your voice. In your hello, I read you chosen the other. Oh, I could read that you still cared for me. But the lines at the bottom made my eyes fill with tears. The fine print was so easy to read. I'll know it's the day when you come to your senses. I'll read it when you just say hello. I won't need to see your eyes getting moist. It will be written all over your voice, all over your voice, all over your voice. It will be written all over your voice.
Very nice. Super groovy, Gus.
That's,
Oh yeah, nice tune, man. I haven't heard that one in a while. I always like that one.
It was all over your voice.
It's all over my voice.
Hey, did you rhyme business and britches in there?
I did.
See, that's another a near double rhyme.
Yes.
Britches, business. Neither one of them are perfect, but it associates the phrase without nailing it with some Beatles shit.
Well,
3 syllables to 2 syllables.
Yeah.
nice. I like that.
There
That
you
a
go,
cool,
Beatles
like-
shit again, you know.
A cool mood to it, Gus. Is really nice.
Yeah.
And
well,
also
it's
just
interesting. You could read a lot of things into people's voices, you know.
No
well,
kidding.
for
See?
sure. Anyone who's ever been in a relationship like immediately relates to that. You know.
Right, right.
Right. Yeah. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, so
Really nice. I love that sound on the piano on that one. Also, super cool.
Yeah. That electric piano sound is so
yeah,
great.
it's called classic E piano. So
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
It is very
Classic,
classic. I mean,
yeah.
it's like, it's really nice. Man, I like that. It sounds
Reminds me of Paul Simon in the 80s.
Oh yeah, most things on pianos are that way. They lift the sound from some tune from 10 years ago.
But
And
that's a good one.
No, I just mean the tone, just that tone. I would love that tone, that electric piano tone. That's one of my favorite piano sounds ever.
Well, also, like, you have a really nice one, Gus, because it like really sustains really nicely through playing other stuff also, and like in a natural way. And that's like
Yeah.
the downfall of a
Yeah.
lot of electric pianos is like
Blink, beep.
they cut the like background, harmonies thing that's still going on by hanging those notes, and like yours just sustains that all the way through the changes, it sounds amazing.
that's because I press the pedals, man.
Good point.
Oh, the pedals!
It's the secret ingredient.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
That's another level. Okay, I'm still on one hand at a time.
I'm still gripping the. All right.
It was funny. That's how I do it for sure.
I didn't know you didn't mean when you said I love you. I didn't know you didn't mean it when you said you'd be true. I didn't know you didn't mean it when you asked me for more. I didn't know you didn't mean it till you kicked me out your door. Your line ain't gonna stop me from opening my heart to someone new. Looking for someone who means what they say, someone who's not like you. I ask myself why you didn't mean it. Was there something or somebody fresh and new. I ask myself why you didn't mean it. Did your past come back to you? I ask myself what I do different to avoid this hurt and pain. And I know I'd be stronger if I gave my love away again. Your line ain't gonna stop me from holding my heart to someone new. Someone means what they say. Someone who's not like you. Someone who's not like you. Someone who's not like you.
Ah, nice.
All right.
Ah, nice job, man.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Gus, like, dude, I love that the bass line on that is great. I love that, like, it's because it has like that one, like it like hangs in dissonance right there, and then like resolves like that is so nice. Like that, it's always like da 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 da, like that. So good, really nice, really nice.
Thanks.
Good work, man.
All right, tell anybody else. Oh, listen, we're going to start our radio show the 28th of September. We've got a couple of promos into the station that they're going to start running. I've got a press release that's going to be going out to the Tribune and Tidings, and we're going to drop it into all the social media. I've got a letter that I've worked up I've talked to most of the recording studio operators around here. I'm going to send them the letter that has the links so they can upload tunes to our site. And I've talked with all of them, and they will all help us. And I think
Cool.
they will end up being interested in the show, particularly interviewing people who are currently doing albums and getting ready to release things.
Oh, nice.
Which I hope we can get to on it.
That's great. Oh, that's so exciting. Nice work, Gus.
Well, hopefully we can bring it off and make it. It's been a struggle getting them together to a date and time and everything.
Is it going to be live, or is it going to be you send them a show?
It's all going to be sent in shows, Gene. They wanted
Great.
to do some live stuff, but it just complicates issues. To do that.
Oh,
that's how they do it.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. Thank you, Gus, for like sticking with that and having that perseverance. Because
Well, we'll see if it pays off. Yeah,
What's the time slot?
6 o'clock on Wednesday night.
6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yep, but the shows will all be available on KSKQ. You can select the episodes and actually play the shows. So we'll be able
in their archive. Great.
Yeah, link to
cool.
each one of the shows.
What's it
You
going to
can
be
live
called?
stream it.
on the
Sorry?
28th. Okay.
It's called KSKQ Presents Southern Oregon Songwriters.
Okay.
Sweet.
Hey,
You know, you just